This is The VO Life. Positive conversations about living the voiceover life. Insight into the business and day-to-day grind of being a regular Joe VO. From the humble beginnings to the finally hitting a new level to getting that first big client. It's all about that VO life. Here's your host, Troy Holden.
Hey, here we are. The very final episode 10 of the fall shorts for 2023. And this one's a little different because we're going to talk about associations, that the importance of having good associations and what it means, and are you having the right ones? Now, I'm not here to judge. You can do what you want to do. You can get into a certain groove or thing that you want to get into, and that's all up to you. That's not for me to judge, because I started in one area of association and I moved to another. And I still watch and see things going on in some of these other groups I don't do much in anymore, but I have learned where and with who I really want to be associated with, and I'm trying to establish that. So starting out, you're going to have to dig, learn. You're on YouTube, you're looking at groups, you're listening, watching the conversations going on and what people are doing to get started, this, that, and the other. But there comes a time to where you decide, all right, I got to get after it. I got to get to work on this. I've dibble-dabbled in these groups, and I'm ready to get started. I want to get with a coach. I want to get some learning. And you may decide, I'm going to take one of these. There are some groups, some Facebook groups that have an academy, or they have whatever they have, and you can get in there and go to these things. But be careful, because make sure you're being taught by people that are actually working and making money. They're not just in there teaching. There's some of that goes on, and I'm sure that's why I always recommend get a good bona fide recommended coach. If you know someone that's successful, ask them who their coaches are, who they liked, who they didn't like, and build that association with somebody. Then build an association with that coach. When you start coaching with that coach, that they may help you later, as mine did, as they give you good advice. They are a mentor / coach. Yeah, you're paying for the service, but they're trying to mentor you too, because if they are worth their salt, they want you to succeed. They want you to do well. So you are then recommending them to other people, because you've now, flown from the nest and maybe moved on to something else, and someone else comes in behind and fills the spot. So you want to have good association with people. Let's just say down the road in 6 months, you're still dibble-dabbling in certain groups and things are starting to do better for you, and you're working with these coaches, and the coach asks, are you doing this? Are you doing that? And you're like, yeah. And the coach is like, I don't know if I want to be tied in with that. It can happen. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. And there was a post the other day from a business coach, a business and marketing coach, that said, it doesn't matter. Do your thing and don't apologize, and, don't worry about it. And I agree with that to a point too. I really do. The best advice that I got was from one of my coaches, who said, don't give up that stuff you're doing if it's making money for you. Just don't talk about it. Well, that was great advice, because I felt guilty that I was obtaining work in certain places. It didn't pay a heck of a lot at the time, but I needed it so I could pay for coaching. That helped. And that was great advice. So I quit complaining about the work in the groups. I quit talking about it. I quit discussing it. And I began to focus my posting on getting more direct work. And here's the percentages of work that I had in the month. I stopped talking about dollars, because I think, some people say, well, that's an inspiration. I love to see how much somebody makes. Okay, well, that's fine. I looked at it a lot of times as, how could that no talented son of a gun be making that much? Or, and some of that would only be for a month and then it would go away. They just happen to have a fantastic month. And, but people that are doing it consistently are normally quite talented. So don't get me wrong. You get at a negative struggle point to where you're thinking, why am I struggling so bad? I'm not any worse than what they are. And look how much they made. So that can become a battle, and that's not a good thing. So don't associate yourself with the money game. You don't have to do that. Don't associate yourself with the numbers game. You don't have to do that. But let's go deeper into associations, because I am really talking about the groups and people you will be associated with and people might identify you with. Be sure that it is people that are successful and they're hardworking and they are credible and all those good things. You don't want to be associated to something bad and word gets around and somebody's unhappy with it, and God forbid you get blackballed because they find out, oh, you've got a Fiverr account, or you're on Upwork. I'm not saying that those are places you cannot get work. I'm just saying it gets to a point to where I sure hope you're not doing the crap work or the grunt work or the lowball work. Don't give it away. Once you have had training and coaching and you are got your everything set up and you're putting out a good product, there's no union cards or no levels of what you are other than in your mind. The client doesn't know you're new. Do you get what I'm saying? So they don't know you only been doing this a year or 2 years, and this guy over here's been doing it 18, and you're up against him. They really don't know. And you have to come across as the consummate professional that is just as good as the one that's been around that long, and you're worth just as much. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you won't do some cheap work. You may do that, but be quiet about it. Use it for practice and be quiet about it and just do it. And it's not going to hurt you to do it for practice and to make coaching money. But, I've always recommended to people, if you're brand new and you have the opportunity to set up accounts in these places, don't use your name. I think that's a big help. You're not deceiving anybody. You're just not using your name, and you're doing this to build. And you will eventually wash your hands of it. But be careful of what you get associated with. Try to associate with people that can help you. Try to pay back and give back as you learn and you can a little bit. And, just really be a good person when it comes to all this stuff. Don't be a jerk, to other people that are trying to get in. Don't be a toad or whatever you want to call it. I will admittedly, and I'll never say who it was. I don't care how hard you twist my arm, but I had somebody really turn me the wrong way once in the business, and not to the point where I wanted to quit or not be in it anymore. But I just thought, what gives you the right to tell me that? Why would you even say that to somebody? I'm not going to take their work. I'm not competition to a lot of people. And I think that's why this industry gets along so well, because a lot of us, we are, but we're not, right? I'm definitely no competition to female VOs. I'm not competition to people that have a neutral Midwestern accent and things like that. I'm competition with people that do what I do, but may the best man win. We just do our thing and may the best man win. And I don't look at it that way. I mean, some of my best friends probably are getting jobs, auditioning against me and getting those jobs, and they're my friends. We don't talk about which jobs we got a lot, but that's okay. There's plenty of work out there for everybody. I think there is. I could be wrong, but manage your associations, associate with the right people, and it will pay off in the long run. If you go back and listen to number 8 in this series, it'll tell you the associations I had with some of my coaches helped me with my first agent. I had to win it on my demo and my interview, but the association with someone helped me. It got a foot in the door. So you want to associate with the right people. Believe it or not, you get watched. I do believe that once you're a little up and coming and people start seeing you on LinkedIn and they start seeing you other places. Some of you may remember last year, kind of about the VO Atlanta time, I had a hater, not a stalker, I guess, but a hater. And then I found out, a lot of other people had this same hater, and oddly, not just throwing out a name, but Kevin Kilpatrick, Middle Class VO, Kevin had the same person send him things. And, it's under a fake name, it's a fake email account, blah, 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 whatever. But why would you put your energy into something like that? It's just ridiculous. So maybe they didn't associate with the right people and their career didn't go the right way, and now they're blaming everybody else. I don't know. But listen, work on your associations. And listen, I've really enjoyed slapping all these together here in the fall shorts. It's time to put the fall shorts away because it's the end of November and you can't wear those shorts anymore probably. It's time to move the portable AC out of the studio, get ready for the winter, and get ready to go into a new year. And then in March comes VO Atlanta, and then, we go through the churn again. Here's to everyone's success. Here's to everyone hopefully getting something out of these shorts. This one's not as short. It went a little long. But I do want to thank everybody for listening to these. I thank you for your support of the VO Life and the Facebook group and everything. I enjoy what I do. I had some stress a while back and didn't think I could keep up, but I found a way. And what happened was I did the smart thing and I ditched and got rid of some associations, and it opened up some time. Now, isn't that ironic? But it works that way. So keep hammering away at it. Keep doing what you do. Thank you for the messages, the emails, the encouragement. I appreciate it. And we'll just keep on keeping on. And we'll see you soon again in early December as we get back to regular episodes on the VO Life. Take care. Have a great rest of the year.
You've been listening to the VO Life with Troy Holden. Check back for more episodes each week and catch up on what you've missed also. This is for you, those just living that VO life. Thanks for listening and join us again.
The VO Life intro is by Louise Porter. The outro by Liz Moya. You can pick us up on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, and many other podcast carriers. Need to send me an email? Do it today. Troy@TroyHoldenVoices.com. Thanks for listening.